ease your mind while we laugh and play. Here comes DJ Boom, Shaheem, and our Debbie. Yes, we're on our way to brighten up your day. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. From the shore to be go, here we go. From the shore to be more show. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. From the shore, here we go, here we go. Be more. Asbury Park, New York. You know we got y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all. Here we go, here we go, here we go, y'all.
1 2 1 2.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of From the Shore to Be More. I, of course, am one of your hosts, the one, the only Shaheem. Let's go.
I'm another one of your hosts, Deborah Singletary, a.k.a. Aunt Debbie.
Right. Fist pump, fist pump, fist pump. And you got yours truly, DJ Boom, here in the building, making it do what it need to be done each and every Sunday, right along with two of my favorite people in the world. What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the show.
And we're glad he's with us for the beginning of this one, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you know we are the treacherous three of the tri-state area and the DMV. Heard?
Absolutely. If you haven't heard, you heard it now.
That's right. And welcome back, everyone, for another episode. We have a great topic for you guys today, and we can't wait to get to it. Right, guys?
I'm so ready. Can we just start now?
Yeah, right. Let's just get to it. Right. It's going to be a great topic, ladies and gentlemen. We got you, and I can't stress that enough. You've got the power, ladies and gentlemen, and of course you do. Right, guys?
Absolutely.
That's right. We're going to talk about that, y'all, in depth, and we're going to talk about the ins and outs of it all. Emotional power dynamics. How to recognize when someone's trying to control your narrative and different things like that. So we can't wait to get to that. We want you to join, but we also want y'all to comment. Please comment on the show, everybody. Be part of it. We don't just do this for ourselves. We do this for you guys, too. So let's start the healing, right?
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Before we get to it, I also want to recognize and remember last week's show. Everyone, it was another great topic. We've been knocking them out the park lately. Another great topic, everyone. Can love be truly unconditional, everyone? And I want to thank everyone who commented on that show. And I also noticed that when I went back and looked, that for some reason, we're not getting all the comments. Now, I don't know if it's because it's a thing where people are just commenting after the show, and I'm just catching them late as we listen to I've Got the Power by Snap. But yeah, people are commenting on the show, and we're not putting them up. So what I'm going to start doing, if I catch comments after the show, is I will make sure that I bring them up in the next show, everyone. So everyone is make sure that they're being recognized, everybody. So if we missed you, I apologize. We will make sure that your comments are heard. How about that, everyone? I just want to make sure I mention that. But everyone, catch us on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And please tell a friend, right?
Absolutely.
That's right. And go ahead, Boo. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, just told me Aunt Debbie was live. I just got the notification on your Facebook that you are live, making it do what it do.
That's right.
Hey, my people. I got the power.
That's right. You definitely have the power. And to all of our new viewers, welcome to the From the Shore to Be More family. Let me say that for sure. I definitely want to say that. And also, I want to say, I want to mention my partner in crime sitting next to me, my son, Junior, everyone. I definitely have to mention for him, that's right, give him a round of applause, because he's working for free. And so I want to also mention that you can reach him if you're interested in anime or gaming at Otaku Everything. Am I saying that right? Is it Otaku Everything at animecannibal.com? Right, Junior? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody, Junior. I'm sorry. And so you can reach him there, everyone. Don't forget to donate to the show, too. As you can see, that's scrolling along the bottom. But back to the show, everyone. I also want to mention that it's Football Sunday real fast. Shout out to my New York Giants who are taking on the Saints today. They're playing right now, and I'll catch the game afterwards. They did win their first game last week, so shout out to them.
Congratulations to them.
Congratulations to them. Real fast, who the Packers play? Go ahead.
Spoiler alert, they're going to win again today.
Yeah! Let's give a round of applause, Junior. Let's do that. Yeah. Thank you.
That's all I have to say on that subject right now.
Don't bring us no bad luck. Who are the Packers playing?
No, I'm not. You know, the TV is right in front of me. Y'all can't see it on here, but it's right in front of me. So we'll see. You know, I root for them too. I want them to win, regardless of whether my team is Green Bay or not. I do be wanting the Giants to win. So, you know, I'm rooting for them. I don't know who we play. I forgot who we play today. It doesn't even matter. They're gonna lose. So I'm talking about the other team gonna lose, not the Packers.
Oh, okay. All right, that sounds better. Not to hold the show up, everybody. Go ahead, Boom. I'm sorry.
We played the Cowgirls last week, and I don't know how they let that end up in a tie. Y'all better cut it out. Stop playing with them little girls.
We don't have ties in the NFL. I don't know what y'all doing out there. Fix it. Fix it.
Right.
Not to leave the ladies out real quick because I want to get the show rolling. But the WNBA Game 2 of the WNBA Finals is also happening at 3 o'clock, everyone. So if you can, let's support the ladies and go catch that. All right? I just wanted to mention that real fast.
And
yeah,
check out the baseball playoffs happening this weekend as well. So it's a lot of things happening this weekend in the world of sports. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
And the Yankees got mollywopped yesterday. You know, they'll get it together today, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. Well, while you guys are checking out that, we are going to keep the ball rolling. Happy birthday to everyone out there celebrating their birthday. All the Libras. I got cut a little short there, Junior. We'll work on that. Who's celebrating their birthdays today, in the past week or the upcoming week. We want to celebrate your birthdays with you, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
we would like to, if they let us. You know, we would like to if they let us.
Can't stop us. They can't stop us. Ain't no stopping us
now. It definitely is not. We want to celebrate your another year on this planet with you guys. So that being said, do you guys have anybody personal you want to shout out? All right. Go ahead, on Debbie.
I acknowledge one of the greatest artists of all time. His name is Stanwyck Cromwell, and he paints with these brilliant colors. I really adore his work, and I adore him. Happy birthday, Stanwyck. And also, I'd like to shout out my niece, Ishana Turner.
Ishana. She's been on the show.
Gave me some pointers on for the political part of owning your own power. And also, Brian Singletary.
Let's get Brian the horn. Let's give Brian the horn. Friend to the show.
So did I get them all, Inez? You forgot. So if I forgot you, it's because Inez isn't on texting me.
We don't want the smoke. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, happy birthday, everybody. How about you, Boom? Who you got?
I do have a couple of people to shout out. One of them, shout out my niece on my kid's mom's side of the family, Jabria. Her birthday was yesterday. So, look, I'm excited that I even remembered that. without having to go through my memory thing on Facebook. But her birthday was yesterday. Shout out to her. Happy birthday to her. I'm sure she turned up. My homie Kimie birthday was October 2nd. So shout out to her. Happy birthday to her. My homie Kiana. Her birthday is actually today. So shout out to Kiana celebrating her birthday today. I know she turned up. I saw a little bit of photos from her party. And then on tomorrow, I'm celebrating with Jamila, whose birthday is tomorrow. She's celebrating today, actually, at Loafers with me later. Okay. But her birthday is actually tomorrow. So shout out to her. And the Libras are making their way in the world today.
They are. Shout out to all you Libras out there. My granddaughter's a Libra, so I just love me some Libras. So shout out to all you Libras. I got a couple personal ones. Everyone, I'm going to keep the ball rolling with some celebs. My wife first wants to shout out her aunt, our aunt, Regina Sconners. Everyone, today is her birthday, October 1st. So happy birthday, Regina. I hope you enjoy your day. Also to our cousin Donna Teller, whose birthday is on the 2nd. She catches the show from time to time. Happy birthday, Donna. Also to our cousin Lynn Clemens, whose birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to Big Lynn. I know you're going to enjoy your day too. And Michelle Berry's birthday is coming up. So happy birthday, cuz, on October 8th. So happy birthday to you as well. To keep the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, you got something, Boom? All right, well, I'm just do my thing then and keep the ball rolling. I just want to celebrate some celebrities real quick. First, I want to celebrate this guy here, everyone. Mr. Bernie Mac, everyone, whose birthday would have been today, actually, October 5th, 1957, passed away August 9th, 2008, everyone. What a great comedian. We well miss. So happy birthday in heaven to Bernie Mac. Also, this guy here, only because I'm so political, I'm also going to celebrate this guy here. The Reverend Al Sharpton, ladies and gentlemen, did have his birthday on October 3rd. Whether you agree or disagree with his politics, you cannot deny that he's been a champion for black people, our people, for a very long time. So I wanted to say happy birthday to the Reverend Al Sharpton. Also, I want to say happy birthday real quick, and this is for you young people, really, to A$AP Rocky, everyone, to Rihanna's husband. October 3rd, I got to keep the young people interested too, so October 3rd was his birthday. Shout out to him. Happy birthday. I know you enjoyed your day. You got the money. And also, last but not least, I can't leave the ladies out. I got to say happy birthday to this lady here. Happy birthday to Toni Braxton, one of my wife's favorite, and one of her songs was also playing at my wedding. My wife reminded me when I chose this particular song, she had to remind me and was like, no, Breathe Again was our wedding song. Yeah, I do know that, but that wasn't the only song that she did, babe. Come on, give me a break here, all right? So there you go. Happy birthday to all you leaders.
I knew it was the reason I wasn't a fan. I knew it.
Check you out. Check you out. Well, my wife is a big fan, and she wanted me to remember that. So happy birthday to all you Libras out there.
We got a comment.
Yeah, you gotta put it up, son. It's probably mom. Yeah, it's all right. Like I always say, happy birthday, everyone. Thank you, babe. Like I always like to say, if you are having a birthday celebration or a celebration of any kind, ladies and gentlemen, there is a way that you can make us a part of it. And this is how you can do that. Hit it, Junior.
To level up your birthday party or any celebration, you need to call Shush Entertainment for your solid disco party experience. Hosted by our own DJ Boom. Looking for that special gift? Look no further than hazytrades.com for a custom image 3-piece set for that special someone in your life. Or, if you're interested in an astrological reading, contact Business Carriers to find out how the stars are lining up for you.
All right, that's right. Contact Vision Carriers, everyone, to find out how things are lining up for you, but also get in touch with the rest of us. I want to remind everyone, I do not own Hazy Trades. I haven't changed that video yet. I've been busy, soon, but I do own a new store. My wife and I, I've been very busy. Terry'sCloset.com, everyone, as you can see. behind us. So yeah, you could go run for the latest in women's fashion and go check out Terry's Closet.
We moved a little bit past it in the beginning because normally we share what's going on in our lives, in the beginning. But I think it's still appropriate for this birthday segment, although it's not a birthday, it is an anniversary. So on Friday, myself and DJ Cole, we celebrated our 10-year DJ anniversary on Friday. We had a bunch of people come hang out. Of course, I got to share a lot of what we did. This is one of the photos, a decade in the business, DJ Cole, DJ Boom.
All right.
And I'm sharing the cake. That cake was delicious, guys. I'm telling you, the cake was delicious. I'm going to run through these photos as fast as I possibly can, so bear with me. So I had to put them on there because they are faithful viewers of the show. Renelle, Angie, thanks for coming out, hanging out yesterday. I had to put them on there because they are faithful viewers of the show. We had one man down. She couldn't handle it. She's out of there. Sis came through. Of course, Sharonda, Angie, myself, my mom. Yeah, I was decked out, making it do what it do. Of course, the pictures came from the videographer extraordinaire, Omni. That's me again. Me and Cuz. Me and that's the wrong picture. I'm trying to fly through them. You see, Inez came through, made it do what it do. Shelly in the house. Had to put that picture up. Mom and Shelly, me and Fudge, Angie and Fudge.
Yeah, it looked like it was a great time, Boom. It really was. So
absolutely.
Congratulations to you and Cole on your anniversary. Yeah. How about that, everybody? And we're just gonna keep the ball rolling.
I guess right now we should start the show.
Must see TV and movies, everyone. We're gonna run through this real fast so we can get to this topic. So, Debbie, do you have something for the people to watch?
I do. So one of the things that inspired today's topics is what's going on in the political scene and the way it can really, undermine our sense of power. So I looked up a couple of movies that deal with power and how people use their power. So I want to remind us to look at Norma Ray. That was in 1979. It's based on a story about a Southern textile worker, and she helps to organize a union in her factory. Also, Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts is playing a legal assistant who investigates the California action suit. There are more, but I'll jump to The Trial of Chicago 7.
Wow.
It's a courtroom drama based on the real trial of 7 anti-Vietnam War protesters accused of conspiracy and inciting riots during the 1968 Democratic National Convention. So that's just to underscore that we've got the power. We're also going to talk about more personal situations, but also we have the power.
We absolutely 100% have the power. Those were great picks on Debbie. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
All right, Boom, what you got, cuz?
I don't have any. I've been way too busy to watch anything at this point. But yeah, I think I'm gonna check out some of those movies that you spoke of, though, Debbie, because I'm not really the one that gets into that type of stuff. But that last one, Chicago 7, sounds interesting. I think I'm gonna try to check that out.
It really does. And I've been seeing you posting, Boom. I see you've been busy, so I don't blame you. Keep it going. I just got one, everyone, and then I'm gonna keep it going. My wife and I sat down and we saw this movie. This one is by Spike Lee and Denzel Washington, everyone. This is Highest to Lowest. And actually, A$AP Rocky is also in this movie. Now, as you can imagine, Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, it's a pretty dramatic movie, and it was deep. My wife absolutely loved it. I didn't love it so much. To me, Yeah. I guess I'm just not that type of person. Whatever. I would have preferred more action. Whatever. It was a snoozer for me, and it was pretty long. But my wife absolutely loved it. So I don't know. Why don't you guys check it out there? You come back next week. You tell me what you thought.
What's it
all about
called?
it. Highest to lowest. It was well done. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was a Spike Lee joint, as you can imagine, but it was.
I get you wrong, okay? Go on.
Oh my God. Well, listen, you check it out on Debbie and everybody else.
We'll talk.
We'll talk, all right? And you guys come back, let us know not just what you thought about that pick, but all of our picks next week, everyone. We sure like to hear from you, right, guys?
Absolutely.
And like I always like to say, everyone, if you have topics, show ideas that you think that our beautiful audience would love, or if you are a business that is interested in supporting our wonderful program here, this is how you can get in contact with us. Hit it, Junior.
To contact us, you can reach us on our YouTube channel, where you can comment, join the show, and please don't forget to subscribe. You could also watch, like, and comment, join the show on our social media pages. Our Facebook or Instagram is at From the Shore to Be More. Our Twitter or X is at 2_Be More. And our email is FromTheShoreToBeMore@gmail.com. You could also call the show at 732-455-2503. If no one answers, please leave a message and someone from the show will get back to you. And please, tell a friend.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we will get back to you. I promise. How about that? All right. Now it's time for that moment that you've all been patiently waiting for, and thank you for waiting so patiently. It's time for us to jump into today's topic, and such a very important topic at this time. You've got the power. And I know it can be easy sometimes in today's world to feel powerless with all that's going on, everyone in our government. And so we started the conversation about that, but that's just not the only way, the only aspect of power, or taking your power, or holding on to your power. There's all kinds of things we're going to talk about, right, guys?
Yeah, we often think that feeling good or having power depends on the circumstance. And
Okay.
there's a way in which we can reclaim and brighten up our power, no matter what the circumstance. Whether you get on social media and you're reading about Trump and some of his activities, I call the name, because there are some things that I would like to think would be disturbing to everyone, some things. But we think, when it makes us feel badly, we're losing power. But also when a marriage breaks up,
Right, of course.
Power. Or when we lose a job, we often experience that loss of power. And can we start by kind of defining what we mean by power?
Okay, you seem like you might have a definition ready. Go ahead.
I do, but this is not the Aunt Debbie show.
Well, I'm interested in hearing your take on it. So
I'm interested in hearing yours.
Well, power. Power is a term. I don't think there's just one real explanation for power, if you were to ask me, because it covers so much. I mean, there's power in relationships, there's power in politics, power in art. So it's a broad thing, right? But it's easy. Well, I don't want to say easy. I would start with this, with the ways we can give away what we consider to be our power. What I mean is through self-doubt, toxic relationships, or even fear of judgment. And so because of these little things, we can tend to give away what we consider our power, our strength, our confidence, right?
Well said. And you're right. I did make some notes about power.
Okay.
And what we're talking about is an energy that sustains health. Inner sense that all is well in our world.
Right. Well said.
Power is the knowing that no matter what happens to me, around me, that there is that any medicine that I need, I already have within, and that
Within.
there is always something I can do, and that something is owning my own
My own
power.
power. Right.
Talk
Right.
about owning it because we all have it,
We all
but
have
some
it.
people seem to own our power. For some
Right.
people, the wives seem to have all the power. For some people, the children have the power because all they have to do is act a fool. And sometimes we think our bosses have the power, and we have none, or the government has the power. And they
Right.
can do what they do, and we are
And we
helpless.
have helpless.
And there's a way that we can always turn up our light and
Right.
collectively add to the empowerment of the world.
That's right. What are your thoughts, Boom?
I would say it with in acknowledging what your power is, as it pertains to the government. Clearly, physically, you can't. Whatever decisions are made and it goes into law, whatever it is that they do, we physically can't do anything about it. But we still have power within ourselves to be who and what we are, to where that
Right.
doesn't phase your life. You know what I mean? That doesn't alter your trajectory of what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. You know what I mean?
Well,
I have a friend, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, Shaheem, she's a Virgo.
you hate to
And
tell me, Shaheem. You gonna get
because
off
most
me.
Virgos that I know, they continuously try to control the narrative.
I never do that. Don't
Sometimes
even do that.
just let the narrative be. You know what I mean? Sometimes just let it flow. Like don't, because trying to control the narrative, now she's frustrating herself because she can't, I can't turn the TV on. Like, okay, well, the power's off. So let's get the power on first, and then you know what I mean. Like, stop trying to control the narrative. Just kind of just let it flow. Sometimes. She's learning day in and day out. She's a very good friend of mine. But my daughter's a Virgo as well. She does the same thing. You fight to control this narrative that you really have no power to control. Just kind of just let it be what it is. So.
Well, power is
But hold on a second, because I heard power to control. And I just wanted to mention that because there's a suggestion that controlling equates with power.
Mm-hmm.
But I also hear Boom saying that that sometimes our power is to let something go. And I really think what you said about what goes on inside of us, even when the government is acting the fool and they pass some law and we are like, oh my God. What I hear you saying is that there still is something in our own lives, but that we don't have to let that steal our power. Often we become deflated. And I hear Boone saying that deflation is just adding more to their power and taking away possibly or minimizing the power you have even in our own lives.
Right.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Well said. And good point. Good point, Boom. So all right, if you're feeling powerless, you're feeling someone's taking your power for whatever reason, how do you flip the script? How do you turn that around? How do you reclaim your power? Obviously, I think some good ways of doing that might be boundaries. Might be a good way of reclaiming your power. Self-love, and first and foremost, how about owning your own voice? How about that?
Yeah.
You can't have that fear where you're afraid. Fear expression.
Yeah.
Expression. Let's call it that. Whether it be through your voice, through art, because art has power too, doesn't it? Art is very powerful, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. So, go ahead, on David. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I was just saying, yeah.
Owning your own voice. So to those people out there who are feeling powerless for whatever reason, practice owning your own voice. In those situations where you felt powerless, baby, it might take baby steps, but practice getting in the habit of speaking up, giving your opinion, stepping in.
And power has nothing to do with what we call power over. Like somebody, so we don't have to exert our power by bringing somebody down. And one
Right.
of my discussions has been I still have to get this. Power is not force, or at least it's not force that goes beyond the boundaries that Shaheem is talking about. That using force is not about pushing and overcoming and minimizing somebody else.
No.
Yeah.
That only cowards do stuff like that. And please chime in if y'all agree or disagree. And people out there comment, please keep the comments coming. Cowards do stuff like that. To feel the need to beat down other folk to build their own self up. That to me that's the most cowardly thing in the world to be doing.
In this business, this entertainment business, I see that day in and day out.
Oh yeah.
It's almost become the norm. In order for somebody to elevate what they think is above me, they got to make me look like I'm incompetent or I don't know what I'm doing, or you got to make
Of course.
shine in your own light, because I shine in my own light. I don't knock nobody's hustle. I shine in my own light, and I'm gonna shine in my own way.
And that's the power. That is the power. When
Right.
you're most powerful when you can brush that stuff right off your shoulders, which I had to learn to do. You are most powerful when you can brush that stuff right off your shoulders.
That's totally narrative. Your own now. That's managing.
Hello.
It took some.
Hello.
Well, I just thought it might be helpful to mention the signs that we're losing power. Like, how do we recognize that we're
yeah. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay.
One of the ways I would say, if an action just instantly brings you anger, you know what I mean? Like, why did that
well
make
said.
you mad?
Well said. Yeah.
Why did this make you mad? Oh, because they took the remote control and moved it from over here to over there, so you couldn't get up and go get it. You understand what I'm saying? But now you're just angry, and now because you're angry, now the whole house is angry because the remote was moved from this side to that side, and you know what I mean? So it's even acknowledging those little things, like.
Okay.
Why did that make you so mad that the remote was moved? And I'm making it sound so small because, it'd be minimal things like that.
Well, I want to get into it.
I lose my remote all the time. I be mad at myself. So,
well, can I frame it this way? And first, I want to do this too. Shout out to Ken and to Sharana. I know they started their own podcast too, the Wrong Notes podcast too. I just wanted to shout them out real fast. We wish them all the success in the world. So I just want to.
He's spitting. I ain't spitting.
So I just wanted to shout them out, and I want to reframe it like this: distractions, whatever they may be, whether it be through criticism or whatever. Distractions cause you to lose your power. You got upset about this. That's a distraction. This person said that. Drew your attention.
Distracted is a sign. Could be a sign that
could be. Thank you. That's why I have you on the show.
Yeah.
That's why I have you on the show.
Illness, and we all get stuff. I just recently had. I call it bronchitis symptoms. But illnesses like that can be a symptom, can be an indication that we're losing sick.
Wow.
Sick. And we say, well, what's wrong? I'm sick. We don't.
Wow.
Always to look at the background thoughts to your illness. So if I said I'm sick, she'd say, well, what's going on in your life? I go, but I got to do it. We are feeling deflated, then our vitality is lessened. But
Wow. I didn't even think of that.
I don't care. I don't care. You do, where do you want to go? I don't care. Whatever you want. I don't care what you do. That can be something about it. Or being bored with one's life can be a symptom that you're losing power.
That you're losing power. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. And when you talk about the political aspect of it, I want to jump into this for 1 second, because I believe that there's a cultural power and representation. What I'm going to say is, like, for instance, when you talk about representation, it's important. Who holds the mic in media, fashion, and music, and who's missing? Who's the one who's holding the mic and who's missing? If you're part of that marginalized community, it's easy to feel powerless when all you see on social media or on TV are conversations or images of a certain type. It's easy to lose power like that. So, I mean, social media, and things like that are important too when it comes to power. But at that being said, and I'm seeing this more, I'm seeing people starting to step away from social media, because too much focus on that will steal your power, in my opinion. Because first of all, a lot of stuff you see on social media, some of it ain't true. Let's just go ahead and say that. And some of it is put out there to get you hyped up and get you what? Distracted. Get you distracted.
That for forever.
Hello. Hello.
Things I like about the arts is rather than complaining that people don't have enough, stories about Black people. Well, how about you write some? Hello. And you say, but I can't get on. Well, you don't know. Just start writing. I have a friend who wrote a story. It's called Drip Like Coffee.
Hello. In the movie, yeah.
I play the role of I have such a difficult role. Like, how do I do that? But
right.
The story about two women who fall in love, who become interested in one another, and they have to navigate their relationships with their boyfriends, and how do they? That's just so she can't be mad. She's not just saying there's not enough stories out here about people or queer people. She said, "I'm gonna write a story about."
I'm gonna write.
That's owning your power.
That is, because creativity is a power. It is a power. There's power in storytelling. There is power in songwriting. There is power in fashion. There is art. They have the power to provoke and inspire people. That's the power in it. So creativity is a power, in my opinion. Everyone, don't be afraid to be creative out there. Go ahead, Debbie, jump in, please.
I'm sorry, but I thought about this a lot. You're bringing this up about the arts. It's not just what you create, it's what the art does for you on the inside.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. I like that.
It changes your inner. Art is medicine for you. Whether or not somebody looks at your art and likes it or not, and their ability to not like it and maybe talk about it could also take your power. But art changes what happens when I put this top on. Inez sent me a text saying I looked at it cute.
Hey, what that is.
Top on because I wanted a little lift. So I wasn't expecting anybody to say, "Oh, your top is nice," although I do like hearing it. But when I put on certain garments, I feel some kind of way, like boom. Powerful. I know I feel some kind of way in that suit.
I was feeling like the man when I walked through.
You looked. The expression was all over your face. I could see it in that smile, and you guys did look great. But yeah, you're 100% right. They always say when you look good, you feel good, right? They always say that. I know I feel good when I dress, and believe me, I clean up nice, folk. I clean up nice, and I do love it. and everyone out there, you should feel the same way. I don't care what color you are, what body type you are. When you feel you putting it on, to go ahead and strut your stuff. Put it out there. I don't
Yeah.
care. That's right.
I was at a party with some young people. They let me in for the first part of the party.
Ah,
There was this woman who had on a very short skirt and she was tugging at it, like tugging at it. So I went up to her and I said, "Stop tugging at your skirt.
for real.
You put that
You
skirt
put
on.
that on.
You knew it was short. Wear it.
No.
On it. No, don't keep tugging on it. I am trying to go hide that little black thing.
You stop tugging on yours. Own it.
Own it, you know.
Own it. That's
Oh,
right.
wait a minute. That black matches this. Oh God.
Own it. Own it. We get way too caught up in judgment and criticism.
Yeah.
Those type of things steal your power immediately.
Uh-huh.
And I can understand, you know, social in out here in the world, there's some social boundaries, there's things like that you want to be careful about crossing. I do get all of that, but at the same time, don't be trapped in a box and you forget who you are. You know, because you are a superhero. Every one of you out there is a superhero, and you can make a contribution. But first, you got to start with yourself. Build yourselves up. Keep your power. Don't let anyone steal it from you. Believe me, if we let people steal our power, we wouldn't have this show. Criticism is always going to be out there. There's always going to be what we call haters out there to do you no good.
Do we?
No, well, I'm going to say we don't have haters. We have a lot of competition, but we don't have haters.
Oh,
I don't
well,
think.
competition is good.
I think so.
It's really good. And congratulations to Sharonda. Is that her? Or maybe she has another name for the podcast. Her auntie is, okay. I love the idea of their podcast. I think it's a brilliant concept. And I love what I haven't heard it all the way through, but I've heard snippets of it and I really like what I hear. So bring the competition will only make us better. If people feel insecure by the competition, then that means they are turning their own light down. Because if I shine, I'm not trying to put you down.
Hello, thank you.
They're diminishing their power.
Right. 100%, boom, 100%. They're diminishing their own power when you do that. So now how to take your power back without becoming bitter or closed off? Now how do you do that? How do you look at this competition or whatever? I'm just using that for example, ladies and gentlemen. And how do you deal with it without becoming bitter your own self? How about that? That's a good question right there. How do you deal with that?
I would say it falls into the category of, like you said, of loving yourself.
100%. That's the answer to everything.
You just gotta have patience with yourself. You know, I didn't become who I am today by not learning how to have patience with myself. I've learned a lot. That time in Georgia by myself was a well-needed thing for me. I gotta it was well needed. It was things I didn't realize was happening.
And your honesty about it is important. That's important.
Absolutely, and because I decided I'm gonna take my own power back.
I like the
I'm
sound
not
of that.
gonna keep giving my power away to people for them to be able to do this and do that or treat me whatever way or whatever the case may be. I decided I'm not doing it again.
Give us an example of a time when you gave your power away.
Well, one of the major times I gave my power away is when I went to the military. I had to sign over full custody rights of my children to their mom. And that was a nightmare. I just got to say it. It was a freaking nightmare. I was put through so much nonsense. It don't make any sense whatsoever. But I decided I wasn't going to let that hold power over me anymore. Okay. And let it be what it is. It is what it is. I think, especially now they're grown, but it is what it is because you still have the thoughts of, dang, I didn't get a chance to do this. I couldn't do that. I didn't do that. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I let that stuff go. I can't go back and do anything about it. So all I can do is what I can do now. You know what I mean? And that's all that I do. I do what I can do now. And I own who I am. So
That's powerful. So what I
It
get
is.
from you, Boom, is that sometimes we lose power by fighting. Like we're fighting
Wow.
power, but by fighting, we're actually
We losing
acknowledging
power.
that they have the
Wow.
power and we have to fight it and build ourselves up. So that, thank you for that. That's powerful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. And the fact that you refuse to let that make you bitter. The fact that you refuse to let that make you bitter means
Hmm.
that you kept your power intact. In
Hmm.
my opinion, y'all gotta excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna take my power back by taking off this jewelry. I use a new jewelry cleaner today, and it stinks. I don't know what's going on. Just I gotta take this crap off. Just give me. Hold on. I
Go ahead.
just
Go
before the
ahead.
show, man. Hold on.
So, well, thank you, Long Notes Podcast. Getting back in the car, since I'm the only two I think we're talking about.
Woo,
Do you guys
woo.
remember that
That's better.
commercial that was out, oh, maybe 20, 30 years ago? And the commercial would say, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? So I want to use that for reclaiming our power and say, it is, what time is it? It is
247.
2:47. Do you know where your mind is? Are you aware? Are
Wow.
you
Okay.
aware of thinking? So I think that we need to monitor our attention. We need to notice when we're focused on
I like
so and
that.
so. And for me, it's
I
often
like
I'm
that.
at home and I'm going,
I like that.
and then I go, ooh. And then I have to notice that my mind is
There's one.
ruminating in a way that is
Right.
and making me feel worse. And at first it feels good, I think, to to do this. And then after a while, it's like chewing gum that's lost all its flavor. Right, you got to spit it out.
Yeah.
So I think monitoring our attention will help us to reclaim or restore our brilliance and our shine.
That's extremely important. That's extremely important. But so let me ask you this then. How do you recognize when someone else is trying to control your narrative? How do you recognize that before it's too late? I guess the best example would be on a job, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Tell me more. Say more.
For instance, if you have a boss, already he's a step ahead of you, so you feel beholden to that person. But they for whatever reason they feel the need to try to belittle you in front of people or things like that, trying to make you feel less than who you are. So now this person's trying to steal your narrative. Yeah, these people who know that you're not stupid. You're a very capable person. But every time this supervisor feels the need to try to belittle you in front of people, he's trying to steal your narrative.
Yeah.
So now, good.
What I
I'm
hear
sorry.
you
Go ahead.
saying is make you feel. And
Oh,
my
nice.
observation is that nobody can make you feel what you don't already feel. If I got on this podcast and somebody said, Aunt Debbie is old and stupid and fat and illiterate and she's no good, I'm gonna go, honey, what's wrong? Because I know they correct.
That's not what I'm gonna go. But good.
I'm going to know something. Baby, are you all right? Because I know, okay, I might be old, but I know I'm not illiterate. I know I'm not stupid. So if somebody tells me, if somebody, calls me a name, if I feel badly, chances are it was already
Always
there.
there.
And they're giving back to me unarticulated or feelings, or perhaps feelings about which I have been unaware. And so my first thing is to notice how I feel. So I'm not going to go to the boss and try to get them to stop it, because chances are they're giving me back to me. And owning my power is going to be to take that responsibility back. But I do want to add, when I was working in the world, what I realized that I had no boss. Like, I knew there were these people with titles, and I heard you say something like they already got one up on you. That's your belief. So you want to.
I like that. I definitely like that.
What I discerned was I had one boss, and she.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. Yeah.
And that those people who have the title of boss were actually doing, I would call it God's work, but Shaheem, you might call it the natural order of the universe. Their job is to pay me. They're paying me money from the Mother Earth. And once I got that in my head that I didn't really have a boss, not like that, I felt more free to be powerful for me in whatever way I needed to do. They weren't doing me any, they didn't have one on me.
I like that. I like that because in my world,
however, I enjoyed being respectful and giving them their dues. I appreciated that, but they were not my boss.
Real leaders don't need titles. Real leaders don't need titles, in my opinion. But also, there's also an emotional power dynamic. What I mean is, when I say emotional power dynamic, if you're say you're a step parent, that's an interesting power dynamic. Do use of body shaming and gossip. That's an interesting power dynamic. Those are all interesting. If you're a step parent, it's easy to feel powerless when it comes to the decision making with the children that you're also taking care of. That is a funky, I don't want to say it can be a funky situation to be in, especially when you're talking about the word power. I know you have been, so you know what I'm talking about.
Well, biologically, I've been a step parent for 34 years. But in my marriage, being a step parent, but it also depends on the other parent. The other parent has to be an open-minded person. If she was anywhere near a don't say this to my child, don't touch my child, don't do that.
Yeah.
It would have never worked from the beginning because I'm not that person. You can't. If I said, no, go sit down, and you're like, why you talk to my child like that? We're not doing that. You're not gonna take my power out of my house that I live in because this kid don't pay no bills. and you're gonna give them the power of being able to dictate what happens here. Absolutely not.
So it's important for your partner to recognize that, and power is such a funny word, that you do have a power, and it's important that it's recognized, that your voice is recognized, that your opinions are recognized. So it has a lot to do with your partner.
We need to do a show on the power dynamics between parents and children.
That's a good one.
To say that they don't pay bills and you have more power because you pay the bills. I think we want to find another way of scripting that. And because everybody has power. As there's an affirmation that Inez and I both say that goes, all the power that ever was or will be is here now. It's in me, it's in you, it's in my kids. And how we navigate that power is important. And I'm not suggesting about them having power over us, right. but that's a show. That would really be.
I think I totally 100% get what you're saying, because you want to teach your children, I think, and you guys can jump in, that they do have a voice, that they do have a power. Like what Debbie said, it's not that they have power over you. It's just that they have their own power and they do have a voice. And it's important.
Don't raise your voice to me. I put you in this world. I'll take you out.
Woo! Sound like my mama.
You want to say, little person, when you raise your voice to talk to me, I really, it's hard for me to understand what you're saying. In other words, you want to go from "don't yell at me" to teaching them how to communicate. And I'm not saying it's easy. I know it's not. That's why I didn't have children on purpose. I'm not saying it's easy, but I also know that beating them, yelling at them, and calling them names. But boom, when you talked about loving yourself as a way of reclaiming your power, what's powerful about that is that the ways, like when I'm feeling less than blue, I notice I don't oil my hair. And then my hair starts falling out. So not only am I losing my hair, that is an indication that I'm losing my power. So by oiling my hair, by grooming myself, that is a way of restoring my power. Or cleaning out, for me, it would be cleaning out my underwear drawer and getting the ones that just too small, sweetie, those are too small, throw them out. Or use them for art. Or, they got holes in them. Another way to restore power is by journaling. But I want to share something Ishana said to me about political power.
Okay.
Just don't have me on the next show. I know I'm a talk. Well, thank you for letting me express myself. So there was a time when I was sick, and I needed an operation. And I had zero money, and I needed an operation to save my life. I felt powerless because of my economic situation. And I remembered something that my mother always did. She was a community activist, and my mother would write the governor, the congressman, senator.
That's right.
And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna write the president.
Why not?
President and said, I need an operation. I don't have any money. I did not expect to hear from this president. It happened to have been Kennedy. So I kind of had a sort of, good one in the White House for me. And to my shock and surprise, I got a letter back from President Kennedy.
Wow.
He didn't write it. One of his people wrote it.
Of course.
But I don't care, because they told me exactly what to do. And I got that. So I went from feeling powerless, and rather than saying an economic system and poor people, and they don't care nothing about the poor people, and they need, I just wrote to the President of the United States. But even if I didn't get an answer, it still felt powerful for me to articulate what was going on, because it stirs up power within me. And then Ishana also suggests going to your community board meeting on a political tip. And she says no matter the outcome. And I think that is brilliant, that you're not going because you want to change and you think you're going because you're spreading and you're adding power into the universe.
There you go. Especially if you're really concerned about what's going on in the political environment out here, then get involved. I would encourage for sure.
Educate yourself.
Okay.
Most of us are ignorant to a lot of things because of the creatives behind TV shows and movies and blah 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 blah. And we think, or even social media, because a lot of things that you see on there is AI, or they're planted on there on purpose to control and dictate and whatever. So just educate yourself. Like,
starts there.
Like you said, the fact that you say, you know what, I'm gonna write the president. No. The average Joe is not gonna think that, but they're not even gonna think as small as, you know what, I'm gonna go to social services. I'm gonna go to da 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 da. You never know. Like you said, you never know. You wasn't expecting that.
I'm gonna say this 100%. There is a saying out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't heard, I'm gonna say it right now. Knowledge is the power, everyone. There you go, right there.
Ashe.
All right.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
They certainly do not. That being said, we're going to start breaking things down, everyone. First, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. It was an awesome topic, and I'm hoping that you all got something from it, right? We all hope that you all got something from this important conversation. Take back your power. That being said, we're going to start with some closing comments, and then we're going to start moving up out of here so that you can enjoy your weekend and we can enjoy ours. So, Debbie, you got any closing comments?
Well, I do. To restore energy or power lost to rage or anger, learn a poem. For me, it was, as a child, it was For My People Everywhere by Margaret Walker. Or something like Maya Angelou's And Still I Rise. And
one of my favorites.
I will not be reading the whole poem, but it ends with I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, and perform it. And here's why I'm saying perform it. Because you want to put energy and passion into it. You don't want to say, I rise, I rise, and play with how and learn that poem so that you can stand in front of a mirror and say it until you believe it.
There you go. Ashe. That's it. All right, Boom. What do you want to leave the people with?
I gotta let everybody know with my comments earlier. Just know that I'm not bitter about what I've gone through in my past. I'm not angry with no one. I'm not trying to call nobody out. I'm not doing anything like that. It's just an acknowledgement of a decision that was made. I own my part, and I live with the decision that I made, and I understand I control the narrative from here on out. So I just wanted to make sure I acknowledge that.
That's power.
That's power.
And we're gonna keep it moving. When as a DJ today, somebody can say, "Hey, can you work this event?" Yes, I can work it. And tomorrow they can say the event was canceled. You know what I mean? So I have to figure out how to navigate those waters and not be now I'm in the dumps because I was counting on that $700 and now I'm not gonna get it and da 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 da. You know what I mean? So I have to be responsible and be in control and control and attempt to control my own narrative, not the narrative, my narrative.
There you go, and that is your power. For me, I'm just gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, to control your power, I think it starts with believing in yourself. Just believe in yourself. It's not to say, when I say believe in yourself, I mean you are a superhero, each and every one of you. It's not to say that you're indestructible, but no matter what happens, you will rise, everyone, and you're gonna be fine because you have the power. You believe in yourself. I'm gonna say that. How about it? I hope you believe in yourself like I believe in me.
Rise up, you mighty people.
Rise up! I like that. Boom, I know you said you had a remix for us. You want to go ahead and start that?
Oh, I was going to let y'all do it, but okay, absolutely. I can go ahead and start it. Is it? Oh, there you go.
All right, everyone. While he's doing that, I just want to thank everybody again for joining in with us, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed today's topic, everyone, and I hope that you all got something from it. Let's start the healing, everyone. Until then, we'll see you all back here next week for another episode of From the Shore to Be More, everyone. Enjoy your weekends, everyone. We'll see you next week.
And the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without want to love bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely